He's the son-in-law of N. Srinivasan, whose involvement with betting has put the BCCI chief under siege. The BCCI president has done everything to deny any link between Gurunath Meiyappan and the team of Chennai Super Kings. He's denied that Guru was an owner, even denied that he had anything to do with the team management at all. But Headlines Today now places before you an exclusive paper trail that proves Gurunath Meiyappan's legal links to India Cements via his wife and Srinivasan's daughter Rupa. Headlines Today has accessed the annual income tax returns of India Cements, the company that owns Chennai Super Kings. The returns show Rupa Gurunath as a director in India Cements with 36,440 shares. Under all definitions of ownership in various acts in India, a spouse's place as a direct and shareholder links Gurunath to the ownership structure of that company, at least under the legal tenet of persons acting in concert for common objective. These are the facts that the three-member probe panel set up to look into Gurunath's links with CSK. It cannot ignore an ominous sign for Mr. Srinivasan. In fact, Headlines Today's Ashish Merishus access those documents, now joins us live for more on that story. Also, Headlines Today sports correspondent Sundar Iyer is with us. But Ashish, I want to come to you first. Explain to our viewers exactly why, despite all this proof, now Mr. Srinivasan cannot claim that there is no link, no direct link between CSK and Gurunath Meiyappan.
Padmaja, if you remember, there was a press release by India Cements, as well as the excuse that Mr. Srinivasan has been giving is that he has no relationship. His son-in-law Gurunath Meiyappan has no relationship with Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings is wholly owned by India Cements, and if you see the documents that are in our possession, Gurunath's wife Rupa Gurunath holds 36,440 odd shares in India Cements, and she is a promoter as well as whole-time director. So if you go through the laws, we have consulted various legal experts and tax experts, and they say whether it is Companies Act, whether it is Income Tax Act, whether it is SEBI Act, you go through all the acts and you will see that husband and wife are treated as together, at least if there is a common objective that they are working for. So the excuse that Mr. Srinivasan has been giving, that he has got nothing to do, he was only an honorary member with Chennai Super King, that argument certainly falls.
Well, it doesn't hold at all anymore. Sundar, is this fact that the three-member committee that has been instituted to probe into the links between CSK and Mr. Meiyappan is also going to look at?
Well, that's certainly one of the things that they will now need to look into, because obviously, as Ashish Merishi in that investigative story that's pulled out points out clearly, Rupa Gurunath, his wife of Guru Meiyappan, is indeed an owner there with over 36,000 shares. So Gurunath Meiyappan, in that sense, has an indirect link to the Chennai franchise, which is owned by India Cements. So yes, this is something the probe panel can certainly not ignore when they try to find out who's the ownership pattern and the true owners of the Chennai franchise. So yes, that's something that they will have to look into, and Gurunath Meiyappan will indeed find himself in difficult situation to prove himself as not someone who's directly involved, which is only going to further mount the trouble for N. Srinivasan.
Ashish, was there any attempt made? Because in other respects, there was a concerted attempt to try and distance Mr. Meiyappan from CSK and India Cements. In this case, was any such effort made?
I don't think so, Padmaja. If you see, there has been a conflict of interest as far as Mr. Srinivasan's role in BCCI as Chennai Super King owner goes. He is the chairman of India Cements, which wholly owns Chennai Super Kings. Then Chennai Super Kings is a part of IPL, which is owned by BCCI. The brand is owned by BCCI. He holds the portfolio of the president of BCCI. So there is a huge conflict of interest, and suddenly with these documents where we see that his daughter Rupa Gurunath holds equity, and there is an indirect link of Gurunath with the ownership of Chennai Super Kings, there is certainly the arm's length that had to be maintained by Gurunath Meiyappan, that was not maintained, and same is the case with N. Srinivasan. So in totality, yes, now the argument that he has been giving, it's that he has got no links, Meiyappan has no links, it certainly falls.